And I will give the word to our speaker from SafeTech, Jonas Czernika. So let's applaud him.
Thank you. Thank you, Florina. Hello, everyone. My name is Czernika Ionuț, and today I'm going to present you a research paper, a research project from University Polytechnica from Bucharest. This research was made in the first year. Now I'm in the second year. This research also was made in collaboration with SafeTech. Few words about me. I'm a security engineer for SafeTech Innovation. Also, I used to participate in bug bounty programs and responsible disclosure programs, like those from the presentation slide. Today, when I repeated this presentation, I realized that I didn't include VMware, Symantec, and IBM in this slide, because I had them too. The agenda for today, first I will speak about the subject of the security project I researched. So the subject was FortiWeb, which is a security product from Fortinet company. This is a web application security. This is a web application firewall. Protects other web applications. After the introduction, I will speak about security problems I found on the administrative console, because this FortiWeb is administrated through a web application. And how I will speak about how I bypass the security protection of the firewall, then conclusion, and of course your questions. In the introduction, FortiWeb, how I said, is a security product from Fortinet. It's a web application firewall. First, the request first the request will go from the user and until we'll go to the web application, should pass from that proxy firewall. That proxy firewall is the FortiWeb in our case. And if the request is okay, nothing malicious was found on that request, then this request will be rejected back to the user with a message that the request is not okay. Or the request will go to the web application, and the response from that web application will be back to the user. Security problems on the administrative console of the FortiWeb I found. The first, I will start with reflected cross-site scripting, is like that in the image. Another problem was the storage one. This web application firewall has a security web application scanner, and you just run the security scanner. You scan a web application, and if that web application responds with a malicious payload of cross-site scripting, the administrator of the FortiWeb will see that malicious payload in the report at the end of the scan, of course, and that information will execute in the browser, administration browser, and this is badly. Okay, another problem I found was unrestricted file upload. To understand what is this, I'll try to make. I'll try to explain generally what happened. So we have a web application that uses PHP, and we have a file upload form, and we upload the shell file, in this case shell.php. The web application will not verify the extension, if it's PHP or other extension, and we'll place that file in the website root. Of course, we can access that file from the internet because it is under website root. And that's how in FortiWeb works, that unrestricted file upload. So there is not any PHP interpreter, but you can upload the binary files, and you can choose the directory where you want to place this your uploaded file. I had to bypass some restriction, but I cannot show you right now. Of course, all these problems, security problems, are solved from 3 September this year. I reported in July, and you find the real password. Of course, in a real scenario, an administrator will not use Word as password or test. It's just for the presentation. If you find out the password in plain text, you can authenticate in the administrative console with administrative rights. Other problems were if this 40 web use as authentication LDAP server, you can brute force their password without username and password. Another problem there is with the request of a new license. So 40 web to offer protection for other web applications, you need to upload a license, a valid license, and with that valid license, you can offer protection to other web applications. The problem here, and is a big problem, is that you can upload an invalid license and you invalidate the existing one with just one request, and is not verified if the request was authorized and authenticated. So this is badly too. Okay, I have all these security problems. What can I do with all these problems? So to explain how I found IP addresses, first let me show you how a response from the this 40 web is and the response body. I find out that in the response header, it was a parameter named server, and its value was 7x. And this was application fingerprint, because this text I couldn't find in. It is not possible to be another web. It is possible, but I searched on Shodan, and it is specifically for 40 web this text, and I said that is application fingerprint. After searching on Shodan, I realized that there are more than 200 IPs from where this 40 web is installed, and I can attack them. Short list of the administrative console, I found public and private entities, like government of Taiwan, research network center from China, and the list continues with other 200 IPs. So this is all on the application administrative console of the 40 web. Now, how I bypass the security protection of this firewall? This firewall offers to other web applications security protection. So I found ways to bypass this security protection, and my request hit directly into the web application, and without being blocked by the firewall. So I found ways to bypass the SQL injection protection. First and second payload are available for any database, and the other three are available only for MySQL. First and second, I think, is an old school, and I didn't expect to find such a problem in the security protection. But the other three, I found that you can use if clause, and inside of the if clause, you can run the benchmark function, and this create a delay on the server, and that's how you can know if an information is true or not on the database. So you can extract information from the database. Conclusions. So I found how to find IP addresses where this web application firewall is installed. You can retrieve the configuration file to read the users and their hashed password. Then you can perform a brute force attack on the hash password, and if this brute force succeeds, then you just can authenticate in the web application console. Other problems, it is you can possible to bypass the SQL protection, how I mentioned earlier. Okay, questions? Do you have any questions? I heard an yes.
So how responsive was the company to you when you first brought these findings to them? And what was their demeanor, would you say?
It was a positive feedback from them, so I made a research paper. I sent it to them. They respond immediately. They said they need some time an interval of time to resolve all these problems. I gave them this interval of time, and I told them that I want CVA from NIST, and they didn't respond to my emails when I asked them for CVA. But when I asked something else, they respond to my emails, so it's okay, but this request is, they are not agreed with.
What do you do if the administration console is in a private network?
You cannot access it, of course. So this is the public interface console. The administrator should hide from the internet, so it's not a problem from Fortinet, I should mention that. It's a problem from the entities that administrate that FortiWeb.
Okay, so if you don't have access to the administration console,
You can exploit any finding I found,
Thank you.
any vulnerabilities I found. Yes.
Other questions? No? Okay, thank you so much for the presentation.